cloud, and when we switch computers, hopefully that'll work.
I think you can just record. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody. Let's see. It's on record mode. Happy Sunday. The first Sunday of the month. Hey, Beth. How's everybody doing today? Mike's just finishing up a couple things real quick. So I wanted to go through and let you unmute yourself and talk about what? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He's reading and he's talking. He's reading out loud, and I keep thinking he's talking to me. So, who has a win? I know Wendy does already. Wendy, you want to open us up with that little nugget that you just shared with me today? Unmute yourself and share your win, or team win, anyways. Can you hear me? Am I muted? There, Wendy, I unmuted you. Can you hear me? Okay, I guess you are actually not there. No, you can't hear me either, Laura Lee? Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good. Fred, you can hear me. Okay, cool. All right, how about one of somebody else, since Wendy isn't hearing me? Tracy, you want to unmute and share a win?
Lisa? Hello?
Unmute.
It was coming on, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to mute myself again. See if you can get her back.
Oh, my computer was on silent. That was my problem. So Wendy may have been talking. Sorry about that. So Tracy, I did not hear other than a half a word you just said.
So start over.
I said somebody just started to talk, so I muted myself again thinking it was Wendy. So why don't we let Wendy come on first, and I'll mute myself.
Okay. So Wendy, are you there? Nope, I guess not. Go ahead, Tracy.
Hi. Hi, everybody. It's Tracy. I hope everybody's doing well. A win today I had was I was at a LifeVantage event on Vancouver Island that LifeVantage had. And if you guys don't know, because you live in the United States of America, for me to go to Vancouver Island, I have to take a ferry, and it cost me $150 there and back. But it was an amazing event, and I was waiting at the ferry, and I went to go to the washroom, and I met an amazing lady with a dog, and I noticed that her dog was aged, and we were talking to her, and we exchanged information, and I hadn't heard from her, so I looked her up on Facebook, and yes, her dog had an accident after the ferry and had to go to the vet. So I am meeting her on Tuesday to give her some pet tandem to help her dog. And because of doing that, I'm going to show her the program, and hopefully she won't only activate her dog, but she will be activating herself.
Awesome. Very cool. Good job. All right, anybody else want to share a quick win?
Guys, don't be scared. Start sharing, please.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey.
Hi, this is Jerry.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
My quick win is I've worked with this chiropractor for over a year, and I finally have a meeting scheduled with her for a couple Tuesdays from now.
Good for you.
So,
Very cool. Good job.
thank you. That's my thing.
Go ahead and finish.
That's it.
Okay, this is Linda Salaji.
Hey,
And
Linda.
hi, I've been attending meetings once a month at a alternative physical therapy, where people who are interested in alternative things just meet and we talk about what foods we're eating, exercise, etc. And anyhow, on the 12th of August, Chris Goodrow and I are going to be presenting to the group. So that's been a long time coming. So that's going to happen.
Awesome. Good job. That's a big one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Fred, can you unshare your screen?
At the top, it should say stop sharing screen.
Here, I got it for you. Never mind. I just stopped it. Okay, cool. All right, Mike, you're on. I'm going to mute this computer and you can take over.
You want me as co-host?
Okay. Participants. Yeah, you're a co-host already.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Is it live? Cool.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, the whole thing, I see it. There you go.
All right. Can you guys, you have to mute me.
I did.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay now? Awesome. I'm not going to turn on my camera, but did you get a hold of Wendy?
Yeah, she's having microphone problems with her computer, apparently.
Okay. All right, log out and log back in, Wendy. I want to hear from you. So, guys, I want to talk a little bit about this power of 5. Look, it's going to take a lot of work for me to do this, but I have to have commitment from you guys to be able to take the time to do this. And I'm not saying that just to be, you know, frank and bold or try to motivate you. I'm just doing it because you guys know our situation, where we are at with having our live event in November. And guys, there's been a lot of rank advancements in the company through the Building Depth group, the most that the company's ever had. And I want our group, because I believe in you guys as leaders, to start having those same rank advancements. Like when Laura Lee's on and her groups have started to join us now on these calls. And I called her the other day on the end of the month and she was like, I'm creating a brand new Pro 5. Guys, she's never done this before, just like all of the most of us on here. I talked to Kai Hayes the other day. She's like, Michael, will you? She goes, I'll pay you to have the recordings of all of this stuff. Now, look, I have the availability to record my teachings, which is going to take a lot of extra time for you guys, and I will post them in the LV in Freedom Fighters group only if you guys will commit to doing the work. Now, guys, next week, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record on Zoom the first 2 chapters that we're going to go over, and the 2 PDFs I will put in the group, but I want you guys to download them and work on it. So do me a favor and just commit to doing that, guys, because let me tell you something. John C. Maxwell, I've been following since I was 18 years old, which is over 30 years ago. Okay. And this, committing to this, I was actually talking to my friend Jenny Crane today. Thank you, Laura Lee and Lori, for committing. Guys, put in the comments if you'll commit to doing this, okay? Guys, part of doing what you say you're going to do and being in control of your business is investing in yourself. This book, I was just talking to Jenny Crane right before I came on this. She got to be a part of the leadership group for this. Guys, it's going to be unbelievable. The book, I've already listened, and I'm just going to show you guys the overview tonight, because the overview blew me away. It got me excited to where I invested $270 some in this program for you guys. It wouldn't have been worth it for me just to do it for me and Lisa. And I'm not saying that again to get you guys to commit. I'm just doing this because I believe that this will impact your business in a massive, massive way. A lot of the leaders in LifeVantage and other network marketing companies have, if you guys could see inside this special group that I'm involved in, what the comments are about the success of some people who've been in the industry 15, 20, 30 years, you guys are going to see the significance of this. So I'm going to go, I had this on a different PowerPoint, and all of a sudden, as I went to do it, my good old laptop decided to do its Microsoft updates right in the middle. So I put this literally together, what was it, 6 minutes, I think? I put this together in 6 minutes for you guys, okay? So, and I want you guys to just kind of get a brief overview of what John's going to be teaching. Now, a lot of you guys have heard John talk about cutting down a tree, right? Every day you hit it 5 times and then you repeat. And then you repeat again. And eventually the tree will fall, right? So what he said is every day do 5 things. And then he said activity isn't accomplishment. He said it's the power of 5 actions. Number 1, knowing what you want to accomplish. Let's say for me and Lisa, we do 30 minutes of follow-up every day and 30 minutes of new exposure. I suggest that should be every single day for you if you want to be successful. Maybe you take Sunday off like we do, but 6 days a week, we do 30 minutes of follow-up and 30 minutes of new exposure, okay? So, and you mind if I get up there with you? You can just sit that down there. I think you can just be with me. So one of the cool things about that is, and I guess now I can turn this on, is that the big piece is that as you go through this, okay, and you talk about what this is, okay, he talks about these 5 actions. And then he says the 5 actions every day plus the 5 priorities is where the book, The Power of 5, comes from. And it's, guys, I'm super excited to do the study. I'm going to actually do one of them tomorrow, tomorrow evening. I'm doing a coaching call tomorrow night with a bunch of guys that are doing a free 15-day challenge meet. And then right after that, I'm going to record the first 2 sessions for you guys on Zoom, upload them to YouTube, and then give them to you guys. Okay. So I'm doing that for you guys. So please, guys, that's taking a lot of time and a lot of money. So if you guys want the benefit from it, you have to do it. It won't take you that long to do it because I've already seen how short. The next 2 sessions are 20 minutes and 20 minutes. Okay. 20 minutes and 20 minutes. So it's 40 minutes to take you guys to do this. So I'm going to upload them to YouTube. I'll play them through Zoom and then upload them to YouTube so that you guys don't have to pay the $275. Okay. So priority number 1, John said, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what to expect from the book. You can come back. Number 1, the priority matters. Okay. Personal growth. John's dad said, put water in the well. And I love this. Guys, John's dad is 96 years old. Okay. 96 years old.
From the well, yeah.
Okay. And he said, just think, don't forget, our name is Maxwell. And
fill the well.
Yes. And he said, max out the well, learn, expose, learn, expose. He said, you never stop growing personally. This will keep you in the game and make you better. And he said it. He said, after working with network marketing companies for so long, it's what prompted him to write this book. And he said that people that stick with it 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 years, they're all successful if they put these principles in. And that's where he learned about it. So you develop a layer of learning, he said. People won't go along with you unless they get along with you, okay? I learned that the hard way. And let me tell you how you can do that. You can do that by wanting this more for people than they want it for themselves. Priority number 2 was connection. Your ability to connect with people is the lifeblood of your business. Guys, you should be getting rid of a ton of, let me tell you what you should do this week. Take 30 minutes and get rid of everybody on your Facebook page that's no longer in LifeVantage and ones that you don't connect with. That'll free you up for a ton of more people to talk to. If you're not, let me explain something to you, and I'm going to share this with passion, guys. I'm telling you, I'm doing this, whether more intentional than I've ever done, and it's leading to massive response back from people. I just did it this last week, and I'm scaling it up this week. And guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't have time to do this. With my live event coming up, and you guys know our story, we have to focus 50-50 on both of our businesses, on our LifeVantage business and our coaching business, because we've invested our entire savings into my live event. So just be diligent, guys, and know that I'm doing this because I love every single one of you, and I'm going to do all I can to make you be successful. One of the things I learned about me and myself recently is that when John was talking about this, I finally became this person. God has finally crafted me into becoming the leader that he's called me to be. I've been having these dreams. I won't go into that, but it's been amazing what God has been showing me. And guys, you need to develop into these type of leaders and attract these type of people. Because let me tell you something, there's going to be thousands of them joining LifeVantage in the next year to 2 years to 3 years. So we've got 3 years to get as many people on our team as we can. It says, and then John said this, before you lead people, you have to find, connect, and then lead. It's all about relationships. People won't go with you if they can't get along with you. As I said before, if you're alone at the top, you're not a leader. You're a hiker. I like how I said,
that.
yeah.
That
he said,
made me laugh.
leaders connect. And he said there was 7 motivations. Okay, 7 motivations. I'm sorry, I don't know why this jumped forward. You know why it jumped forward? Sorry, guys. He said there's 7 motivations. He didn't go over all 7 because that's going to be during the studies. He said leaders have to lead everybody differently, and I love this because that's why I work with men. You lead based on people's motivation. Okay, the top motivation, which is one of he gives us 2, is autonomy. People want to be independent. They don't want another boss. They want partners and relationships, right? Stop living other people's dreams. Create your own. How much do you want? Do you want a little bit of money or a lot of money? Do you want a little bit of success or a lot? Do you want to start and then quit? No. What if it took you 10 years or 15, he says? It's not easy. Another one of the motivations is purpose. Everyone's core purpose should be use your gifts to give value to people.
Yes. Pour out to others.
Yes.
Give value. Give
value, guys. As much value as you can. Give as much value as you can. Okay? As much value as you can. All right. So, priority number 3, mindset. And he always says, well, this should have been number 1, but he said, as you think, therefore you are. You have to think different than others. Don't worry about what other people think or they will limit your potential. Gosh, think about that. If you have a fear of what other people think, you'll never be successful. I think the only reason people ever stop using our products is because we don't educate them. And then when they come back with something, we don't resolve their concerns. We get addicted to them saying, well, why'd you stop using the product? Because we didn't do our job educating them. Lisa and I talk about that all the time.
Let me share something on mindset. On that mindset, it goes back to that statement, you know, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're also right. So you got to resolve that mindset.
Yes, 100%. Okay, 4th priority. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You must be able to influence others. Guys, where have you heard that before, right? The better you lead, the better you succeed. The law of the lid. I love this. So here it is. Leadership ability is the lead that determines a person's level of effectiveness. The lower an individual's ability to lead, the lower the lid of his potential. The higher the individual's ability to lead, the higher the lid of his potential. To give you an example, if your leadership rate's an 8, then your effectiveness can never be greater than a 7. If your leadership is only a 4, then your effectiveness will never be higher than a 3. Gosh, this is so good. Your leadership ability, for better or for worse, always determines your effectiveness and the potential impact of your organization, right? Guys, think about that. This is so, so key. Priority number 5 is significance. You must add as much value as possible to other. He said he talked about a friend of his.
Similar to the other priority.
Yes,
eh?
he said that one of his friends gave him a book. It's called The Greatest Story Ever. And when he opened it up, the book had empty pages. And he said, it was your story that needs to be written. Guys, all of you are writing your story. The more you tell your story to people, the more you're going to create relationships with people. I think that's the last one. Yeah.
Good job.
So I think what you guys will learn as you go through this study that we're going to do, and I'm going to put the, if you're not in the LVN Freedom Fighters group, just put down in the chat that you're not, and you can request and just go to the page, Facebook page, their group page, and request to be added, and we'll add you on. I'm going to put all the videos in there. I will do my best to have them in there by tomorrow night. Okay. I told you I have 7 o'clock call. They probably won't be in there till about 9 o'clock because I have a 7 to 7:30, maybe 7:45 training. So it'll take me about an hour to get them in there, but I will get them in there. Even if I just let them run, have Lisa do them and let them run while I'm doing this other call. Okay. So I will have them in there tomorrow and the sheets. So by next Sunday, you need to spend 40 minutes watching the video and filling in the blanks, because I'm going to ask you guys some questions. And just like I did with the 7 laws of growth, I'm going to give you guys some prizes. Guys, let's have some rank advancements this month. We haven't had any really significant ones in a while. Okay. It's time for some of you who were 3s to get to 4. Some of you were 4s to get to 5. Some of you were 2s to get to 3. Okay. Now's the time, guys. The timing is here. All right. It's daily action. It's doing things when you're tired. It's a short-term imbalance for a long-term gain. The more you do those little things that it takes to be successful, just like eliminating your schedule on the last 3 days of the month. Like my friend Julie White said to me today, she sends me constant text messages and asking me if I'm available for 3-way calls. Guys, I'm going to help anybody and everybody. I just would rather help our group. So I'm trying to encourage you guys to start taking some action. If you go through this study with John Maxwell and the book that Marcel is doing, if you guys don't know about that, we talked about it. It's on our last call. You can always go to LVN and get the updates of the calls. Guys, if you do the Brian Tracy book and this John Maxwell book and you're not successful, I don't know what to tell you. And that's not me being harsh. I'm talking to myself, okay? Lisa and I say that all the time. One of the things that's changed in us is that we talk to ourselves. And we in literal terms, like when we're talking to you guys, we're literally talking to ourselves, because we look at it from a perspective of things that we need to work on and we need to do. So why not do it with you guys so that we can all do it together, so we can all grow together? So let's do this. Let's make a comment of who would like to share. I need at least 2 people.
Don't forget to go back to Wendy.
Yeah, because I want to go back to Wendy. I need at least 2 people to share next week on, and let me just pull this up so that you guys can see what it looks like when we go there. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so where's Zoom go, babe? Oh, there it is. Okay, so all right, Chris said he'll share. There's one person. Let me get this out of the road. Chris will share. All right, so here is the leader pass, guys. You can see what this is really cool. Look, I would tell you that if you want to purchase it, purchase it. You get it for a year. It's phenomenal. Now, okay, so here's what's really cool for you guys. Get the book, guys. Get the book, because you're not going to be able to just listen to the things. You're going to want to read the book. So, all right, so I got one person, Chris, said that he will help. So I need one more person that would like to go. And here's what we're going to be doing next week, okay? So I'm going to scroll this up so you can see. So Chris, I will give Chris, and him and I we'll work at this together. I'll give Chris Why Network Marketing Part 1. And what's really cool is you guys can see, you can we will download the PDF and put it in for you guys. Let me download it on Lisa's computer just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So here's the notes. So you watch the video and you take the notes. All right. So okay. So anybody else? All right. So Tracy, you can help me the following week. So one more person to help this week. Be careful, please. It's the power of 5, guys. It's the power of 5. It's all the links are on the LVN Freedom Fighters to get the book if you want to get the book. It's the only place you can get it. You can't get it online anywhere else. Okay. Gosh, there's 26 people on here, and one person offered to help. Dude. No, Tracy said she's going to wait till next week. Oh. All right, Julia will do it. All right, good job, Julia. All right, cool. So I will give, so you can take a little bit of notes. So Chris is going to do the Power of Network Marketing Part 1, and Julia will do the Power of Network Marketing Part 2. Okay?
Okay.
Laura Lee, maybe you and I can take the next one, and then I'll give Tracy one the following week after that. Guys, please dive in, okay? Don't be scared to help out. All you're going to be doing is going over the answers that are on the video. It's not real hard. It's just wanting you to become that leader. Some of you are going to have to step out of your comfort zone and become a leader, all right? And we want to push you, but we don't want to push. We just want to be there with you and walk alongside you, okay? So I will put these sheets here inside the group, the LVN Freedom Fighters, and you can have them. And then if you can't find them, did you need something?
I was going to go back and look at the list of people who said that they were committed.
Oh.
Tracy, Julia, Chris, and I think there were 2 others. Laura.
Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. So for 20 out of 26 of you, there's about 10 of you that said you'll do it. What about the rest of you guys? Okay. Guys, this will be great for you guys. I think Fred said he was going to, right? Fred, are you doing it? All right. So, yes. Okay. Fred, Lori, Janice, Tracy, Laura Lee, Julia, Chris, Therese, Carla, and Julia, and Linda. Okay, guys. That's awesome. I'm not sure. Somebody, Dave Forpaul said he'd do it. And then there's somebody that says by phone. I don't know. Let me look and see which one that is. I'll just text you and you can tell me who it is. All right. So, all right. I'm going to post it, and then you get to decide whether you want to do it or not. So, hey, Wendy, are you back? Are we able to hear you now or no?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm actually talking on my phone.
Oh, okay. Awesome. But you sound okay.
Okay,
So,
good.
awesome. Have at it.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to get more friends on my Facebook page, And when I did that, one of the friends asked if I wanted to be a part of her Facebook page group. And I said, sure. Well, then she said, well, tell me a little bit about yourself. So I did. And I told her that I was a biohacker. Well, she said, well, what's a biohacker? So I gave her some information on what it was. And I asked her if she wanted me to send her a video with it. And she said, yes, she'd love to, because she wants to learn about it. So when I did that, she texted me back and she said, oh, wow. She said, I take NRF2. My life coach wanted me to take this. And I'm thinking, how do I handle this? Because I don't want to get in the middle of another distributor. So I said, well, would you like to talk later? Because I said, I'd like to talk. She's a minister. And I said, I'd like to talk to you also about the Bible. And she said, sure. So I called her up and I said, so tell me a little bit how you got started on NRF2. So then she starts telling me the story. And I said, is your life coach named Becky? And she said, yes. So it turns out her life coach is my distributor under me. So we got to talking and she said, I was thinking about quitting, taking it. I said, why? She said, well, I don't really think it's doing anything. She said, but somebody told me I should take NRF1 also. And she said, but then when I was over at Becky's, I asked them if I should take it. And believe it or not, one of them, not Becky, but someone said, no, you don't need that. And she said, but you're saying I do need it. And somebody else said I need it. So she said, I think I should take it. So I was telling her about the Vitality Stack. And she said, gosh, I really don't know if I can afford that. And I said, well, tell me, about yourself. And she said, well, I'm 54 years old. And she's telling me about all of her ailments. And I said, oh my gosh, when I was 54 years old, I had almost the same ailments. It was related to Lyme's, and I went through the whole thing. And it turns out she lives right in our hometown, which I didn't know. She didn't know I lived here. And I said, well, what other products are you taking? So she said, well, I'm taking a probiotic and I'm taking turmeric. And she's telling me all these things. And I said, are you taking turmeric at the same time as Protam? She said, yes.
No wonder.
And I said, oh my goodness. So I told her that wasn't good to do. And I explained why. And then I said, do you take your Protandim with food? She said, no, I take it on an empty stomach. And I said, oh my gosh. So I educated her with everything. And finally I said, you don't really need the turmeric because it's in the Protandim. And I said, and if you swap your probiotic, I said, you're going to be saving yourself some money and you'll be getting, right. So we went back and forth and that's when she said, okay, I'm going to get on the essentials. And she said, but I want to order the NRF1 because apparently, and she said she's been taking this product for a year, but she also said that she doesn't take it all the time. And she said she's been getting the bottles every month, but yet she has 3 or 4 bottles and she doesn't know why. And I'm thinking that's because you're not taking it. So you've built it up. So
for those of us who know, we know, right?
Yeah. So she said, well, how do I fix this? And I said, can you get on your computer right now? And she said, yes. I walked her through it and told her how to set up her auto ship so that now she's going to get the NRF1 until she can catch up with the NRF2. And she said, okay, now I want to order an NRF1 and a probiotic immediately today so I can get it this week. And I said, okay, great. So we took care of all that and now she's set up.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well,
now we're friends and I'm going to see her tomorrow.
Well, and guys, what's the good thing about that is that it's really sad that people are out there telling people that they don't need certain things. Okay. And that's why and there's probably going to be people on my team that hate me, but guys, I've gotten people back on the products because the people that signed them up told them exactly what Wendy just told her people. Right. And so I don't know about you guys, but my wife, I take a Vitality Stack packet. All right. And I was just informed that we don't have any. So, which is funny, but we have some at the office. So,
plenty of bottles.
But yeah. But the thing, guys, about it is that you take what you get educated about. Another person doesn't know what they don't know. And it's just like another person will come along and create a NRF2 activator. And let's just say it's good, right? It's not as good as a Vitality Stack. I can sit down now and show somebody that the average auto ship of somebody who's really serious about their health. That's people out there going to a health practitioner, is $185 on an average. Okay. If you want to be healthier for $15 more, you can take a Vitality Stack. Or for less than that, you can take a Vitality Stack. So here, what's Chris? What's Chris? Go ahead, Chris. You can unmute yourself. What did you say? Chris just said, I'm currently creating one in my garage right now. What are you creating?
Yeah, I'm making an NRF2 activator in my garage right now. That's going to just blow. Yep.
Dude,
so
can
I'll let you know when it's done.
All
yeah, I'll let you know. You'll be my first test patient.
Cool. And the funny thing, I know where Chris is going with that joke, but the funny thing is like, we know people that like, there's a new NRF2 activator, right? And then they're sharing two different ones, right? Which is funny.
Comment too.
What?
She sleeps great now that Jerry's on the Vitality Stack. It's quieter.
So think about this, guys. When you have the availability to educate people, guys, please, I'm going to finish with this. Please educate your customers. Guys, let me tell you something. Every time you sign up a customer, go and connect with them on Facebook. If it's somebody that you signed up, go connect with them. If it's somebody that's in your downline, go to the person, talk to them, educate them, put them in the biohack product and insight group. Guys,
and the minimum, give them the what to expect when you start taking NRF2 sheet of paper.
Yes. Do you have that in the Freedom Fighters group?
I don't know. It's on Team True Blue.
Can you put it in there?
Download it from there.
Can you put it in there? Okay. So make yourself a note so you don't forget. So guys, does anybody have a comment or a question or something they'd like to share? Because this is interactive. Like I say all the time, guys, please take some action. You guys are all learning. I'm going to tell you what. Kai Hayes just told me today. She says, Michael, do you know where my group is growing the most right now? Is in Ohio. She goes, I just created a Pro 4, almost Pro 5 volume in Ohio. Guys, most of you guys, all you got to do is take a little bit of action every single day. 30 minutes to follow up, 30 minutes. Fred, go ahead, unmute yourself. I don't think can you hear me? Maybe he didn't. He said he wanted to say something. Fred, there you go. Go, Fred.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to say that, Thursday, I put somebody on a Vitality Pack. Friday, I got a commitment from somebody they're going to do it this coming week, another Vitality Pack. And Saturday, I sat down with someone that I put on for tandem in January. I sat down with him to talk about the business, and he called me today and said that he will be signing up Monday or Tuesday for sure.
There's a great one.
And Fred,
yeah.
Just real quick, tell him the importance of accountability and having a conversation with your accountability partner.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how to put it in words. It's just, it's key, it's key to keeping you focused and moving forward.
Am I easy on you?
No. I don't expect you to be easy on me. It doesn't help me.
Well, and tell people that. Tell people that you give me the okay, and that I wouldn't just be tough on you if you weren't okay with it. Like,
yeah, it's part of the agreement.
Yeah. And so, guys, that's what yeah, exactly. And that's what I learned when John was talking about how you lead different people. Like like Lori can tell you, the way I led people 2 and 3 years ago is not the way I lead people now. Why? Because I understand that leadership is done differently for different people.
Yes.
And when people will say, hey, I'm ready for you to lead me more. Guys, a lot of you have to just do like I've been doing with Fred. Fred, who are you sharing with this week? When are you sharing with them? Who are you using for a third-party call? Who are you using for a follow-up? Guys, you guys should be in groups every single day. I'm going to finish with this, and I'll see if anybody else wants to go. If you're new and you've been invited, there's a lot of Laura Lee's team on here, a lot of our people. If what, you want to share something? Okay. Okay, Lisa's got a couple reminders she wants to share about tomorrow night's calls and stuff like that for building.
Michael, do we have one more minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Beth still on the line? Is my wife still on the line?
Yes.
I want to share something.
Go ahead, Beth.
Yes. I have a friend that we visited last month of June, and I think we make a two-way call with Lisa because she's skeptical about NRF2 that she heard about in another team. So when she heard it to us, kind of she more got interested with the three-way call with Lisa and support with the other facts and information and follow up. And it's better to face-to-face, the follow-up face-to-face. And then she throw up to me like, I'm a pharmacy. I've been 18 years in the pharmaceuticals, and I know that when there's a product and you put a marketing, it's gonna be great. I said, we are not the drugs, we're herbs. I said, we have information here, we have clinical studies. And I said, it's up to you, I'm not pushing you anything. If you love yourself, and did you ask yourself that, is it your doctor make you better? And she don't answer me. I said, it ended up that she ordered the vitality stack. And then she said to me that, I'm gonna give this to my mother, I'm gonna give this to my friend, and she did, in Florida. And then yesterday, I signed up another customer that she recommended, and she ordered a vitality stack also.
See that, guys? See how quickly that moves? Hey, and guys, let me just say this, because this is what's really awesome. Because I've known, actually Beth and Fred have probably known about LifeVantage as long as I have, probably pretty close.
Yeah, 2013. Little
after that, yeah. So, but now, because I never gave up on them, and they weren't even in my organization. They're in my organization now, because they were going to quit, and they were never going to stop taking the products, but they were never going to do the business. And actually, Beth said, "I don't want to do that, right? Like, I'm just not going to do that." And it's changed her as a person from a person that was really shy, and now you guys can see now she's talking on the calls to calling Lisa. You know, I'm always funny because I always say, who are you on the phone with, Beth, right? And I know because it's good to know that people are taking action, guys. People are taking action every single day. And it just becomes good and fun because you're helping people. You're making a massive impact in the lives of anybody. So both of you guys, thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else?
Well, I want to say one other thing before we go. And Beth spent her Friday night at a Bible study with 30 people, beginning to connect and meet new people.
All about connections, guys.
Julie's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
she's taking classes to just expand the database, not to quote pounce on people, but to build the relationships, get to know other people, see what value you can add to them.
Yeah.
Because once you can do that, then they're much more inclined to listen to you when you have something that you want to share with them that might cost them something. Whatever information education you can give them for free, then they'll be much more inclined to start to pay you for it later, so to speak.
And it's all about the extension of building relationships.
Exactly.
So I love it. Anybody else want to share? Oh, go ahead, Julia. Let me unmute you. Hold on a second.
There you go.
Go ahead.
I'm here. Okay. So I mentioned Lisa, and I told her, I'm going to tell everyone, at least one person every day.
Yeah.
About the product, So I did fail just Thursday, but I have talked with different people. I have sent the information. They asked me even for more information. Even yesterday, I went to a meeting with Tracy and Russell. And I took a friend, Jim, that he's going to take more seriously to the information because I have already shared with him.
Right.
And also the product. So I have right now like 3 prospects because I said this, I'm going to share at least to one person every day. And I work from home. So for me, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't interact with too much with people, but like reading the book about goals, listening to John Maxwell and I've been listening like a lot of people lately, Jim Quick about changing my mind, changing my thoughts. It's just like, it's changing. It's just really changing my way to see things, my way to do things. So I'm excited. Thank you for you guys. I love you very much.
I love you too.
Did you catch what she said?
Yeah.
This was somebody she shared with before.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Mike did a three-way call with this gentleman
and
before.
then she took him to a meeting.
And now she took him to a meeting. So that's 3. What's our average? 5 touches.
Yeah, and most of you guys have never, most of you guys are not, I can see people right on here right now that are people that I've taught how to do this business. And I'm going to teach you guys, I'm going to tell you this. Even though we're going to do the teaching next week, we're going to do a half-hour teaching, and I'm going to have a special guest next week for a half hour. I'm not going to tell you who it's going to be because I haven't confirmed with him yet, but I think I know who it's going to be. Guys, the 2 people that super impress me right now in this company are Rob and Smolik. Guys, they had like 80 people at Elite Academy in Kansas City. And Rob does this texting thing with people that I'm going to have him share with you guys how he does it. And guys, you just say, hey, I'm working on a project. When do you got time tomorrow? Do you got time tomorrow? What time? I'm available at boom, boom. And then you just get somebody else on the phone with them. Guys, you got to stop being the message. You're just the messenger. You're not the message. Just like Julie White, this is going to be the 2nd call I've had with this lady. She's a school administrator in Tampa. She asked me 3 questions. I answered all 3 of her questions. Julie texted me after we were done and she said, you answered all her questions, and they were questions that she was glad that it wasn't her, Julie, that was sharing with her. She said it was better to hear it from me. And now she has a couple more questions, and then I'm just going to ask her to sign up. Guys, a lot of you are still afraid to ask people to sign up too. Lisa can tell you that. We've went through conversations with this. So it's best that you get as many people. And guys, look, what you can do now is you've started to share with people. Say, hey guys, look, I know I've shared a lot of information with you. There's a brief 30-minute webinar this Thursday. Can I count you in? If say, hey, I'm working on a project. I've only got 5 spots on a webinar on Thursday. You're the first person I call. Can I count you in? Or if you can, you have multiple options for them. Either you can meet with them one-on-one, or you can get them on the webinar on Thursday. I think it's always better to invite on Wednesday to something on Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? Just giving you guys some insights. Anybody else right before we go? Lisa's got a couple things, but I'll take 1 or 2 more people if you want to comment or say something or bring some value, maybe a win or something. Or guys, maybe make a commitment to—
Hey, Mike?
Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, I just want to let you know, I kind of thought about this a little bit late. It was last night, actually, when I was thinking about what I can do to kind of create some sort of some interest and bring some more people, ask some questions, reach out to new people. So I thought about, if I'm going to start boosting things, I'm going to make August Activation Awareness Month and just focus on education every single day by doing live videos on my page. And then I can boost those videos. And it'll be nothing but talking about activation, oxidative stress, things that are affected by it, and just really start to reach out to people with different areas that they're struggling in with their health. And then I can target those you know, those health areas, and hopefully be able to bring some people in that want more information, you know, something similar to that.
Bingo. Where's mine? Switch house. How can you help me? Guys, I'm going to give you guys something that God just prompted me to do, and I'm going to give this to you guys on one condition.
Yeah.
My name's Mark Wagner.
If I could give you guys something,
I'm 43 and I take True Nitrogen. I'm the CEO of EdTech Team, education technology company that provides professional development for teachers.
I want George's video. Just me and him. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to give you guys something before Lisa takes over. Guys, I did a call with a guy who has multiple seven-figure businesses. And I did an interview with him, and I gave it to my accountability group. Okay, it's right there. Epic Call with George Bryant. Okay, now guys, how many of you would like to have a private interview with a multi-millionaire who called you and said he wanted to serve you and help you? Anybody? Lori says yes, one person. Okay, so Lisa just put you guys the private interview that I did with George. If you want to grow your life and your business, do exactly what George tells you to do in this business. Guys, he edifies. I've never had a guy who told me that he was watching me for 2.5 years, and I never knew it. And he only watches 11 people on Facebook. All right? That video right there will literally change your life forever. Okay? Change your life forever. He told me that he started hiring Christians because of me, and that he wanted to know God because of me. And I asked him I asked him why. I came back with questions. Guys, wait till you see this. He talks about a lighthouse. His title for his company is Relationships Beat Algorithms. And he teaches you how to build relationships. And he teaches you how to do just what Chris talked. Thanks for prompting me to do that. I will bet you, maybe I'll be wrong, but I'm just going to say that I bet you Chris will be one of the people that watched that more than once and take massive action. Now, before I'm turning it over to here, I'm going to tell you what's happened from that video. I had a guy give me 10% of his company. I gave him that exact video. He watched it 2 times, implemented what he was doing. He does voiceovers. And there's one that I'll give you on Facebook ads, but you don't have to use it. But I just posted it in the link right there. So if you guys don't see it, look, Lisa it's a YouTube video that's in the group there. You guys can click it on and then save it. A guy gave me 10% of his company. All of my other group guys have just taken off with it and implemented it and their businesses. My buddy, Don, who gave me 10% of his company, just retired from teaching at a Christian school, and in 3 months in entrepreneurship replaced his salary that he had as a school teacher. Okay, it's all about building relationships. It's all about change. If you're attracting people, you're doing what you're supposed to. If you're not attracting people, you're probably talking too much, and it's about you and not about them. And you're probably giving them too much information. Okay. And last thing, James Hayden gave me something really cool. We took a picture together a couple months ago, and I had my Thrive hat on. And you guys know there's a product out there called Thrive, but it's a company called Lavelle. But James didn't want people to think that he was in Thrive, so he blacked out the copy of my hat. But this is kind of cool because people don't know what this is, right? And a lot of people say they talk too much. So I started blacking out my Thrive of my hat, and people like, what happened to Thrive? Did you change company? I said, no, I was never in one. And then it leads to conversation, right? So you can, if you can't learn from other people, then you're going to have to push your ego out of the road. Okay. You should always be able to receive from people who pray for you and love you. If you can't, it's called pride and ego. You will fail in life. Okay. If every time somebody who loves and cares about you says something to try to make you better and you have a comeback that's negative, you're going to fail. I've surrounded myself now with people who tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Okay. And so, and I'm getting better at it. I fail. I do fail. We fail. I tell her that all the time. I do fail, but I learn from those mistakes and I try not to make them the same all the time. Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to Lisa. Guys, I love you. I'll turn it over to my wife. She's got some announcements.
I just wanted to remind everybody about the Long Beach early registration price has been extended to when?
The end of August.
The end of August. Okay, so everything's basically the end of August then. The destination EA for Cancun, the 50/50 payment plan for registration is extended to August 31st also. The building depth call for the book, if you're doing, the study with Marcel for the goals book, that call is on August 8th. And the first and third Tuesday of the month is the building depth Zoom calls as well for training. And August has a $200 Cancun bonus point promotion going on for this month as well. And I'll post the picture, and the thing is in our Freedom Fighters. Enroll 2 new distributors in August. Have those 2 new distributors set up their September subscription orders to reach 300 in volume. 300 PV combined, okay? And yes, the orders do need to process in September to qualify. And then step 3, you just earned yourself 200 points towards the Cancun destination EA.
That's easy to do. I saw that.
All righty. That's all I got.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys for being on. It was a great crowd tonight. I'm so grateful for you guys. I will post the recording and post everything that needs to be posted tomorrow. And I love you guys. Have an amazing week. Go impact lives. All right? I love you guys. Be blessed. Thank you so much.
Bless you, Lisa and Michael. Thank you very much for everything.
You are welcome.